The planet Xylar hung in the dark space like a jewel with stormy skies and forests that glowed in strange colors. Humans had settled on this planet many months ago, building a small colony on its rocky surface. The settlers worked hard to grow food in artificial soil and repair machines damaged by storms. The air was thin and the wind carried a sharp metallic taste, but humanity was strong, and they adapted quickly. Among the settlers was a young human named Leo. He was not a soldier, but he had a curious heart and a sharp mind. He loved exploring the forests around the colony, watching the alien creatures that moved silently among the glowing plants. One morning, the sky turned an unusual shade of red. The colonists looked up in fear as a massive shadow moved across the clouds. A loud roar shook the ground. People ran to the safety of their shelters, but Leo stood frozen, staring at the source of the sound. From the edge of the forest, a creature emerged. It was enormous, taller than any building the humans had made. Its body was covered in thick black scales, and its glowing red eyes shone like fire. Its claws dug deep into the ground, leaving deep scars in the soil. Every step it took seemed to shake the air around it. This was no ordinary alien. The colonists had only ever seen reports of such creatures in old records. They called it a beast. Soldiers arrived quickly, carrying plasma rifles and energy shields. They shouted commands, trying to organize a defense. The beast roared again, and the sound echoed across the valley like thunder. Bullets and energy blasts bounced off its scales without leaving a mark. The soldiers fired again and again, but the creature moved with surprising speed and intelligence. It did not charge mindlessly. Instead, it watched, calculated, and struck only when it was sure it could overpower its target. Amid the chaos, Leo noticed something strange. The beast stopped suddenly when it saw him. Its red eyes locked on his face. Leo felt a shiver run down his spine, but he did not move. The creature's gaze was not full of hate or anger. It was curious. It tilted its head and sniffed the air around him. Then, without warning, it turned and disappeared into the dense forest. Soldiers called for a pursuit, but the beast was gone. Leo could not explain why, but he felt a connection. It was as if the creature had recognized him in some way. The next days were filled with tension. The colony discussed what to do about the beast. Some wanted to hunt it down and kill it before it caused more destruction. Others argued that it might not be a threat if left alone. Leo could not stop thinking about the moment their eyes met. He decided to explore the forest, hoping to understand the creature better. He packed lightly, carrying only a few supplies, a small energy rifle, and a recorder to document what he saw. As he entered the forest, the light changed. Plants glowed brighter, and strange insects with wings like crystals flew past him. The forest was alive in a way Leo had never seen before. Every sound seemed amplified, from the rustle of leaves to the hum of the alien wind. He walked carefully, mindful of every step. Hours passed, and he saw signs of the beast. Large footprints pressed deep into the soft soil, and broken branches marked a path through the trees. He followed these signs, feeling both fear and excitement. At one point, he reached a clearing with a small pond that reflected the alien sky. The water shimmered with colors he could not name. Leo knelt to drink, but he paused as a sound made him turn. A shadow passed over him, large and fast. His heart raced, but it was gone before he could see it clearly. He was certain it was the beast. That night, Leo camped in a safe clearing. He built a small fire and watched the sky. Stars shone faintly through the stormy clouds, and he felt a strange peace. He thought about the beast and wondered why it had not attacked him. There had to be a reason. As he drifted to sleep, he dreamed of the creature. In his dream, it stood next to him, not as a threat, but as a protector. Its red eyes glowed softly, and a warm feeling spread through Leo's chest. He woke with the first light of the alien sun, determined to find it again. The following day, Leo continued deeper into the forest. The terrain became more dangerous. Sharp rocks and thorny plants slowed him down. Strange alien birds circled above, watching him silently. Despite the challenges, Leo pressed on. He was driven by curiosity and a sense of purpose he could not explain. Then he saw movement ahead. The beast was there. It stood still, watching him from a distance. Its massive body was tense and its eyes glowed like embers. Leo stopped and raised his hand slowly, showing he meant no harm. The beast tilted its head and took a step closer. Every movement was careful, measured. Leo felt his heartbeat quicken, but he did not run. Instead, he spoke softly, even though he did not know if it could understand him. "I'm not your enemy," he said. I want to know you. The beast paused. Then slowly it approached. Its claws did not strike and its eyes softened. Leo could see the intelligence in its gaze. It stopped a few feet away and sniffed the air around him. A low, rumbling sound came from its throat, almost like a growl, but not threatening. Leo smiled. For the first time, he felt that the creature might trust him. Over the next few hours, Leo and the beast studied each other. Leo took notes and drew sketches, amazed by its strength and beauty. The beast did not speak in words, but its movements communicated meaning. When Leo reached toward it, it flinched at first, then allowed his hand to hover near its scales. The texture was rough, yet surprisingly warm. Leo realized that this creature was not just a wild animal. It had thoughts, feelings, and perhaps even a purpose. Meanwhile, back at the colony, soldiers reported increased alien activity. Other creatures had begun to appear near the settlement, drawn by the presence of the beast. The colony prepared for potential attacks, building barriers and strengthening defenses. Yet despite the danger, Leo felt that understanding the beast was more important than fearing it. He believed that this creature could help humans survive on Xylar if they learned to trust it. Days passed. Leo returned to the colony each night to report what he had discovered. The beast, however, never followed him into the settlement. It stayed at the forest's edge, watching silently. Leo knew that gaining its trust would take time. He continued exploring, mapping the territory, and learning about the alien flora and fauna. He noticed that the beast sometimes helped him indirectly, clearing dangerous paths or scaring away predators. It was as if it understood his intentions. One evening, as a storm approached, Leo was caught in heavy rain. The forest became slippery and the wind threatened to knock him over. He struggled to find shelter, but the beast appeared suddenly. It nudged him gently with its massive head, guiding him to a cave hidden among rocks. Leo realized that the creature had saved his life. For the first time, he felt that they were allies, connected in a way humans rarely experienced. The storm lasted through the night. Leo stayed in the cave and the beast remained nearby, sitting silently as if guarding him. In the flickering light of lightning, Leo studied its face and saw a softness behind the fierce appearance. He felt a strange emotion, a mixture of gratitude, awe, and something deeper he could not name. This creature, the fiercest being on the planet, had chosen him for a reason. He understood that their story had only just begun. By morning, the storm passed. The forest smelled fresh and the alien sun rose over the horizon, casting light on the glowing trees. Leo emerged from the cave, ready to continue his journey. He looked at the beast, which followed him to the edge of the forest, then stopped. Its red eyes met his, and he knew they had formed a bond that would shape the future. Leo smiled and whispered, "We will face this world together." The beast lowered its massive head slightly, a silent agreement passing between them. The colony remained unaware of the full extent of Leo's discovery, but he knew that soon they would understand. The beast was not just a creature to fear. It was a force of nature, a protector, and perhaps the key to surviving on Xylar. Leo felt a surge of hope. Humanity had found an unexpected ally in the most unlikely form. The alien world was dangerous, but together, human and beast could face whatever challenges lay ahead. And so, the first part of their journey ended with trust being formed, courage being tested, and the bond between human and alien beast beginning to grow. The planet Xylar was full of mysteries, but Leo felt ready. With the beast by his side, he was no longer just a young explorer. He was a part of something greater, something that could change the future of humanity forever. After the storm passed, the colony returned to its routine, repairing damaged structures and checking for any signs of new alien activity. Leo, however, could not stop thinking about the beast. Every night he returned to the forest edge, hoping to see it again. The bond they had formed in the cave stayed strong in his mind. He felt that the creature was more than just a powerful beast. It was intelligent, perhaps even understanding human intentions. The colony council became aware of Leo's frequent trips. Some council members worried that he might put himself in danger. Others were curious about the beast, though fear kept most humans at a safe distance. Finally, the council allowed Leo to lead a small team of explorers into the forest to study the creature. He chose Mira, a botanist who could identify alien plants and their effects, and Ramon, a soldier who had survived the first encounter with the beast and knew how to defend against alien predators. The team entered the forest at dawn, the air filled with the scent of wet alien plants. The ground was soft and the glowing flora lit their path. Leo led the way carefully, following the footprints of the beast he had discovered earlier. The team moved in silence, alert for any sudden movement. Mira took samples of the plants while Ramon kept a close eye on the shadows between the trees. Every step felt tense, yet there was a strange beauty in the forest. After hours of tracking, they found signs that the beast had passed through recently. Broken branches, deep claw marks in the ground, and faint scratches on the trees indicated that it had moved here. Leo's heart raced with excitement. The beast was near. He signaled for the team to stop. They crouched behind a cluster of glowing ferns, watching a clearing ahead. Suddenly, the beast appeared. Its massive form moved gracefully despite its size. Its red eyes scanned the forest, alert but not aggressive. Leo felt awe and relief. He stepped slightly forward, waving his hands slowly. The beast paused, tilting its head as if recognizing him. Mira whispered, "It seems calm. It knows you." Ramon remained tense, ready for any sudden attack, but the creature did not move toward them. Leo decided to test their connection. He dropped a small piece of food he had brought. The beast sniffed it, then picked it up gently with its massive claws and ate without harming him. Leo smiled. This small act confirmed what he had felt from the start. The beast was not a mindless predator. It had awareness and choice. Over the next few hours, Leo and his team observed the beast from a safe distance. They saw it hunt smaller alien creatures, but never in wasteful violence. Every action was deliberate. As the day passed, Leo noticed something unusual. The beast seemed to pay special attention to him, sometimes returning to his side even when he did not call it. It would nudge him gently with its snout or brush against his arm with its scales. Leo realized that the creature was forming a bond stronger than simple recognition. It trusted him, and he trusted it in return. Mira and Ramon watched in wonder, slowly understanding that this was no ordinary alien encounter. In the late afternoon, the forest grew darker as clouds gathered overhead. Strange sounds echoed from the distant trees, warning of predators or storms approaching. The beast suddenly stiffened, its body tense and alert. Leo followed its gaze and saw movement far ahead, small, fast creatures scurrying toward them. They were alien predators, different from anything Leo had seen before. Their sharp teeth glinted in the dim light and their eyes shone with a fierce glow. Ramon raised his weapon, but the beast stepped forward, growling low in its throat. The predators stopped, sensing the presence of a more powerful creature. The beast moved with surprising speed, chasing the smaller predators away from the team. Leo felt a surge of gratitude. The beast was not only protecting him but also Mira and Ramon. It was as if it understood their vulnerability. When the predators vanished, the beast returned to Leo's side and lowered its massive head as if asking for reassurance. Leo patted its scales gently, feeling the warmth and strength of the creature. As night fell, the team decided to camp near a small clearing. Leo built a fire while Mira and Ramon set up tents. The beast lay a short distance away, its eyes glowing faintly in the darkness. It did not sleep but remained alert, watching over them silently. The forest around them was alive with sounds, strange cries, rustling leaves, and glowing insects. Leo felt a mixture of fear and awe. On this alien world, life was beautiful but dangerous. Yet with the beast nearby, he felt safer than he had in months. During the night, Leo could not sleep. He sat near the fire and watched the beast. He wondered about its origins. Where had it come from? Why had it appeared near the human colony? The bond they shared felt almost like friendship, yet he knew it was deeper than that. The beast was strong, intelligent, and powerful, but it had chosen to be near him. Leo thought about the responsibility this brought. If humans could learn to trust the beast, it could help them survive. But if fear controlled their actions, they might lose this opportunity. The following morning, the team continued deeper into the forest. Leo led them carefully, following the subtle signs the beast had left. They discovered a stream with clear, sparkling water, perfect for drinking. Mira examined the plants nearby and found several edible varieties that could supplement the colony's food supply. Ramon remained watchful, keeping his weapon ready. But he was slowly learning to trust the beast. The creature stayed close to Leo, moving silently but powerfully through the forest. After several hours, they reached a cliff overlooking a vast valley. The view was breathtaking. Glowing plants stretched across the landscape, and alien creatures moved among them in strange, graceful patterns. Leo noticed movement at the far edge of the valley. Another group of alien beings, unlike the ones they had seen before, was approaching the colony's area. They were armed and seemed to move with intelligence and purpose. Leo's heart sank. These were not ordinary predators. They were invaders coming for the humans. The beast growled low in its throat. Leo felt a shiver run through him. The creature was aware of the threat long before the humans could react. It turned to him, eyes glowing brighter. Leo understood immediately. They would have to prepare. He signaled Mira and Ramon to move quietly back toward the colony. The beast followed them for a short distance, then stopped, watching the approaching invaders. Its stance was defensive yet calm. Leo realized that the beast was planning something. It would protect them, but it also understood the larger danger coming. As they moved back, Leo thought about the bond they had formed. The beast was not a simple animal or weapon. It was a living guardian, capable of understanding threats and acting with intelligence. The humans had much to learn from it. As they returned to the colony, the beast stayed near Leo, guiding them through hidden paths and avoiding dangerous terrain. For the first time, Leo felt that humanity had a true ally on Xylar, one stronger than any machine or soldier. By the time they reached the colony, the sun was low in the sky, casting long shadows across the settlement. The invaders had not yet arrived, but Leo knew it was only a matter of time. He briefed the council about the approaching threat and the beast's abilities. Some council members were skeptical, but Mira and Ramon supported his account. The evidence of the beast's intelligence and protective actions was clear. Humanity had a chance, but they needed to act quickly. That night, Leo sat near the edge of the forest once again, watching the beast. It lay silently, eyes glowing, as if listening to the distant sounds of the alien world. Leo placed his hand on its scales, feeling the warmth and strength beneath his fingers. The bond between them had grown deeper than words could describe. He whispered, "We will face this together." The beast tilted its massive head, a soft rumble echoing from its throat. It was a promise. The colony prepared for the coming conflict. Barricades were strengthened, weapons readied, and humans trained for combat. Yet Leo felt that the key to survival was not just technology. It was trust, the trust between human and beast. He knew that if they could maintain this bond, they could face any threat Xylar sent their way. And so, the pursuit continued. The humans and the beast were readying themselves for the next chapter, unaware of how many dangers and wonders the forest still held. Leo felt a sense of purpose he had never known. On this alien world, among glowing forests and mysterious creatures, humanity was not alone. They had found a guardian, a friend, and a protector in the most unlikely form. Together they would face the unknown and prove that courage and trust could overcome even the fiercest challenges. The sky over the human colony on Xylar darkened with shapes that moved too fast and too large to be clouds. Alien warships appeared above the settlement, their metal surfaces glinting in the dim sunlight. The colony's alarms blared, waking everyone. Soldiers ran to their posts while scientists and workers hurried to shelter. Leo's heart pounded, but he did not run. He knew the beast was near, waiting and ready. The creature had not left him since the last scouting trip, sensing the danger before humans could react. The invaders landed swiftly. Their vehicles were tall, with multiple legs, and their weapons fired powerful beams of energy that tore through the outer defenses. Panic swept through the colony, but Leo felt a surge of determination. He ran toward the edge of the forest, calling the beast. A deep rumble responded, and the ground shook as the massive creature emerged. Its scales glistened, eyes glowing red, teeth bared in a warning to the approaching enemy. The beast charged without hesitation. Alien soldiers scattered, their weapons firing, but the creature's speed was incredible. With each swipe of its claws, it sent enemies flying, and with a roar, it crushed their vehicles. Leo followed, coordinating with human soldiers to guide them behind the beast. He realized that this was not a simple fight. The beast was intelligent. It observed, calculated, and acted with purpose. Every strike it made was precise, protecting humans as much as it attacked the invaders. Ramon, leading a small squad of soldiers, watched in amazement. "It's like it knows what we are thinking," he whispered to Mira, who was documenting the battle. Mira nodded, her eyes wide with awe. "It is not just strong. It understands strategy." Leo shouted commands, directing human troops to take advantage of the beast's attacks. The invaders were caught off guard. They had expected humans to be disorganized and frightened, but with the beast leading the charge, humans fought with courage and coordination. The battle spread across the valley. Alien forces tried to surround the colony, but the beast anticipated their movements. It leaped onto a hovering vehicle, smashing it to the ground, then spun to knock down soldiers approaching from another side. Leo ran alongside it, coordinating humans and calling out warnings. His bond with the creature allowed them to move almost as one. When he spotted danger, the beast reacted instinctively, clearing the path. Amid the chaos, Mira and her team discovered alien devices hidden in the forest. These devices emitted strange pulses that disoriented humans and animals alike. Leo realized they were controlling some of the smaller alien creatures that had attacked previously. The beast sensed this immediately. It tore through the devices with claws and teeth, destroying them before more harm could come. Leo realized the creature's intelligence was not limited to battle. It could understand tools and mechanisms, and it acted to protect the humans from unseen threats. Hours passed and the sun dipped low in the sky. The alien attackers regrouped, sending in larger, more dangerous machines. These machines were heavily armored and armed with energy beams capable of destroying buildings. Humans fired relentlessly, but their weapons barely scratched the metal. The beast, however, adapted. It leaped onto the largest machine, holding on tightly as it used its claws to tear apart the metal. Sparks flew and the machine crashed to the ground in a shower of fire and smoke. Humans cheered, gaining hope from the creature's unstoppable power. Yet the battle was not easy. The invaders had advanced technology and their strategy was ruthless. They coordinated attacks from multiple directions, attempting to separate the beast from the humans. Leo realized that if the beast was isolated, the colony would fall. He led a small group of soldiers to flank the enemies, drawing some of their attention away from the creature. The beast sensed the shift and moved to protect the humans, demonstrating an understanding of teamwork that amazed everyone. During a brief pause in the fighting, Leo caught a glimpse of the beast's eyes. They were not full of rage or hate. There was something almost human in their depth, a recognition, a bond, and a determination to protect. Leo felt a connection stronger than fear or excitement. He understood that the beast had chosen this path not for destruction, but to defend the humans who had shown trust and courage. The realization filled him with a sense of purpose. Humanity was not alone. As night fell, the battle continued under the alien stars. The beast moved like a shadow, silent but deadly. Humans followed, inspired by its presence. Energy beams lit the dark forest, and the sounds of metal and roars echoed across the valley. Leo worked tirelessly, giving directions, helping soldiers, and keeping close to the creature. The invaders began to falter, unprepared for the intelligence and coordination between human and beast. Then, an enormous alien vehicle appeared. Taller than any building in the colony, it moved like a living mountain, its energy weapon charged, threatening to wipe out the settlement. The soldiers hesitated, unsure how to respond. Leo turned to the beast, whose eyes glowed brighter than ever. Without hesitation, it charged the machine, dodging beams of energy with incredible speed. The soldiers followed, drawing the smaller alien forces away, allowing the beast to reach the machine. With a powerful leap, the beast clung to the side of the machine. It used its claws and strength to tear open panels, exposing the machinery inside. Sparks flew as wires were ripped apart. The alien operators tried to fight back, but the creature was too strong. With a final roar, it struck the core of the machine, causing it to collapse in a massive explosion. The shockwave knocked humans and aliens alike to the ground, but the beast emerged, unharmed, its chest rising and falling steadily. The invaders retreated after losing their largest machine. Their forces scattered, leaving the valley to the humans. The colony had survived the first wave of attacks, and it was clear that the beast had played a crucial role. Soldiers and scientists alike stared at the creature with awe. Some had feared it before, but now they understood. It was not just a powerful being. It was a protector, a guide, and an ally. After the battle, the beast vanished into the forest as silently as it had appeared. Leo called out to it, but it did not respond immediately. Hours later, it returned, lying close to Leo. Its eyes were softer now, glowing with calm instead of fury. Leo placed his hand on its scales, feeling the warmth and strength beneath his fingers. They had survived together, and the bond between human and beast had grown stronger than ever. The colony began to rebuild, using the lessons learned from the battle. They strengthened their defenses, trained more soldiers, and studied the forest to understand potential threats. Mira continued her research on the alien plants while Ramon worked on new weapons. Leo, however, focused on the beast. He realized that the future of humanity on Xylar depended not only on technology, but also on trust, courage, and the bond between human and alien. That night, Leo sat near the forest edge watching the stars. The beast lay beside him, massive yet calm. Leo whispered, "We did it. We survived. Together." The creature let out a low rumble in response, a sound that felt like agreement. Leo understood that their journey had only just begun. The alien war was not over. Other enemies would come, and the forest held more secrets. But for the first time, he felt hope. Humanity had found an ally in the fiercest of forms. In the days that followed, the colony honored the beast. No human tried to harm it. Children left gifts of food and small toys at the edge of the forest, and the creature accepted them gently. It moved among the humans with caution but no aggression. Leo continued to learn from it, observing its intelligence, its instincts, and its loyalty. The beast became a symbol of hope and strength. Humanity had survived the first attack, and the bond they had formed with the creature would guide them through the challenges ahead. Even as peace returned, Leo knew the universe was vast and full of dangers. The beast had proven that courage, intelligence, and trust could overcome the fiercest odds. Humanity had learned that allies could appear in unexpected forms, and that strength was not only measured by weapons or numbers, but also by the heart and loyalty of those who stood beside them. And so, the First Great War on Xylar ended, with humans and the beast standing together. The invaders had been driven back, but the forest still held mysteries. Leo and the beast would explore them together, learning, protecting, and proving that even in the darkest of times, hope and courage could shine brighter than any star. The future was uncertain, but with trust between human and beast, it was also full of possibility. After the great battle, the colony felt a cautious sense of relief. Soldiers repaired damaged structures, while scientists and workers tended to the wounded and rebuilt defenses. Leo walked among the humans, observing their efforts, but his thoughts were with the beast. For weeks, it had remained close, watching over the colony, guiding them through dangers and helping humans understand the forest. Its presence had become a source of strength and comfort. But one morning, the beast was gone. Leo first noticed the absence when he awoke near the forest edge. The ground was undisturbed, and there were no footprints in the soft soil where the beast usually slept. He called its name, his voice echoing into the alien trees, but there was no response. Panic rose in his chest. The beast had never left him without warning. He ran through the forest, searching every familiar path, but the massive creature was nowhere to be found. Mira and Ramon joined him, equally concerned. "Could it have been captured?" Ramon asked, scanning the trees for signs of danger. "I don't think so," Leo replied, shaking his head. "It would have fought back if anything tried to harm it. It's smart, too smart to be caught easily." The colony organized a search party. Humans moved carefully through the dense, glowing forest, calling out and following signs the beast might have left. Days passed, and they found no trace. The fear that the beast might be gone forever weighed heavily on Leo. He felt a strange emptiness, as if part of the colony's strength had vanished with it. Determined to find the creature, Leo decided to venture deeper into the alien forest than ever before. Mira and Ramon accompanied him, but the terrain grew dangerous. Sharp rocks, poisonous plants, and hidden predators made every step a challenge. Leo relied on his bond with the beast, feeling its presence even when it was not physically near. Sometimes he thought he saw a shadow moving in the distance, or felt a warm energy in the air as if the beast was guiding him. On the third day, they discovered strange markings on the trees and rocks, scratches too deep to be from normal predators. They followed the trail, moving cautiously. Leo felt a mixture of hope and fear. Could these be signs of the beast, or was something else at work? The deeper they went, the forest became more alien. Glowing plants shifted in unusual patterns, and creatures with translucent skin watched from the shadows. At night, Leo set up a small camp. Mira collected samples of glowing plants while Ramon kept watch. Leo could not sleep thinking about the beast. He remembered the battles, the protection, and the quiet moments they had shared. He whispered into the night, "I will find you. I promise." A soft wind rustled the trees, and he thought he heard a low rumble in response. It was faint, almost like a whisper, but it gave him hope. The next morning, the search party discovered a narrow canyon. Strange echoes bounced off the walls, making it hard to tell if sounds were near or far. The trail of the beast continued along the canyon floor, but now it was mixed with signs of other alien activity. Leo felt a shiver of unease. The beast was not just wandering, it was moving with purpose. They followed cautiously, knowing that danger could be around any corner. As they moved through the canyon, Leo spotted faint tracks leading off into a hidden cave. The entrance was covered by thick vines glowing faintly in the alien light. The team approached carefully. Leo pushed aside the vines and peered inside. The cave was deep, dark, and silent. He stepped in slowly, feeling the air grow warmer and heavier. Then he saw it. The beast was curled up in the center of the cave, its massive body relaxed and calm. Its eyes opened slowly, glowing softly in the dim light. Leo's heart leapt. "You're here," he whispered, kneeling down. The beast lifted its massive head and nudged him gently, pressing against his chest. A deep rumble echoed from its throat. Leo understood immediately. The creature had returned to him, but not by accident. It had chosen this place in this moment to reveal itself. The beast's disappearance had been deliberate, a test of trust and patience, or perhaps a preparation for something the humans did not yet understand. Mira and Ramon watched in awe. "It's incredible," Mira said softly. "It seems almost human in the way it understands him." Ramon nodded, still cautious but clearly impressed. Leo continued to stroke the beast's scales. Despite its size and strength, it seemed gentle now, a companion rather than a terrifying force. Leo studied the cave. Strange symbols were etched into the walls, glowing faintly. Mira examined them closely.
"These are ancient markings," she said.
"I think they might be a form of communication. The beast brought us here for a reason." Leo nodded. He realized that this was not just a safe hiding place. The beast had chosen this cave to show them something important. For hours they explored the cave together. The beast moved with them, not aggressively, but guiding and watching. Leo noticed a pattern. The creature reacted to certain symbols, pressing against them with its massive claws. Suddenly, a section of the wall slid open, revealing a hidden chamber. Inside were ancient artifacts and strange glowing crystals. Mira examined them, noting that the crystals seemed to emit a low-energy pulse. Leo felt awe and wonder. The beast had led them to something far greater than simple protection. It had knowledge, or at least access to knowledge, that humans could not yet understand. The bond between them was more than trust, it was a shared purpose. They were discovering a secret of the planet, and the beast was the key. As they explored further, the cave trembled slightly, as if the planet itself was alive. The beast stood at the entrance, alert and ready. Leo realized that the alien world was full of surprises, and the beast's intelligence was necessary for survival. They could not have reached this place alone. Every obstacle, every danger had been navigated by the creature's guidance. Night fell inside the cave, but Leo did not feel fear. He felt a sense of partnership, a quiet understanding between human and beast. The creature curled up at his chest, massive yet gentle, and Leo placed his hand on its scales. The warmth of its body, the steady rhythm of its breathing, and the soft glow of its eyes made him realize that this bond was unique. It was more than friendship. It was a connection that could change the fate of the colony. During the night, Leo dreamed again. In his dream, the beast stood among glowing crystals, protecting humans and guiding them through dangers far beyond the forest. Leo saw visions of alien forces approaching, and the beast leading humans to safety with courage and wisdom. He woke with determination. Whatever challenges lay ahead, they would face them together. The next morning, they left the cave, returning to the colony with the beast close by. The humans were astonished to see the creature return safely. Leo explained the cave, the markings, and the crystals. Mira and Ramon were amazed, understanding that the beast had not only protected them during battles, but also guided them to knowledge that could help humans survive on Xylar. The council listened carefully. Some were skeptical, but the evidence was clear. The beast had vanished not out of fear or malice, but for a purpose. It had intelligence, loyalty, and insight that far surpassed any human understanding of the alien world. The humans realized that survival on Xylar depended not only on weapons and courage, but also on understanding and cooperation with the planet's creatures. Leo continued to work closely with the beast. He learned its habits, its signals, and its ways of communicating. Slowly, the colony began to trust the creature fully. Children left gifts for it, scientists studied its behavior, and soldiers observed its strategies during drills. The beast became more than a guardian. It became a symbol of hope and partnership. Weeks passed and life in the colony adapted to this new reality. The beast no longer vanished mysteriously, but it remained cautious, always watching for threats beyond human perception. Leo understood that this vigilance was part of its nature, part of the reason it had survived and thrived in the alien world. Together, they explored the forest, uncovering more secrets, understanding the ecosystem, and preparing for future challenges. Leo reflected on the beast's mysterious vanishing. It had been a test of patience, trust, and courage. It had led humans to knowledge they could not have found alone. Most importantly, it had proven that bonds between species could exist even in the harshest worlds. Humanity on Xylar was no longer alone. They had a protector, a guide, and a friend. The forest, once terrifying, now held possibilities and hope. The beast curled up at Leo's chest as night fell again. The stars shone above, and Leo felt a quiet pride. They had faced danger, mystery, and uncertainty together, and they had grown stronger because of it. The bond between human and alien was unbreakable, and Leo knew that whatever came next, they would face it together. The alien world was vast, full of secrets and challenges, but with courage, trust, and loyalty, humanity could thrive, and the beast would be there at the chest of the human, guarding, guiding, and reminding everyone that strength came in many forms. The colony on Xylar had changed. Humans no longer feared the alien forests as they once had. The beast, massive and powerful, had become a guardian, always nearby, always alert. Leo walked alongside it, feeling the steady rhythm of its body, the warmth of its scales, and the calm assurance that no threat could approach unnoticed. The bond between them had grown stronger with every battle, every exploration, and every quiet moment beneath the glowing alien skies. The morning sky was a pale orange, streaked with colors that shifted as the sun rose. Leo looked over the colony, seeing humans working together to repair buildings, plant food, and strengthen defenses. Mira was busy cataloging new plants while Ramon and other soldiers practiced drills with the beast, observing closely. Its presence alone encouraged courage and confidence. Humans no longer feared the unknown. They faced it with trust and determination. Suddenly, the ground trembled. Leo's heart jumped. The alien invaders had returned. This time, their forces were larger and more organized. From the sky, sleek, dark warships descended, and troops advanced across the valley. The humans prepared quickly, moving into defensive positions, but Leo knew that the beast would lead the way. He called to it, and a low rumble answered, echoing through the forest. Its red eyes glowed with focus and determination. The first wave of alien soldiers approached the colony, but the beast moved ahead of them. Its massive claws struck with precision, knocking enemies aside and destroying their vehicles. Leo coordinated the human soldiers, guiding them to take advantage of the creature's movements. The beast anticipated threats before humans could see them, clearing paths and shielding those in danger. Every attack it made was calculated, demonstrating intelligence and loyalty beyond anything humans had encountered. Ramon shouted, "It's incredible. It knows exactly where to strike and how to protect us." Mira nodded, documenting the movements. Leo realized that the beast was not just fighting. It was teaching humans, showing them how to observe, predict, and respond. The alien invaders were strong, but the combined intelligence of human and beast was stronger. As the battle spread across the valley, Leo noticed a group of alien machines advancing on the colony's central supply depot. If destroyed, the colony's food and resources would be lost. He turned to the beast, pointing toward the threat. Without hesitation, it charged. The ground shook beneath its weight as it moved faster than any human could run. Soldiers followed, clearing the smaller enemies to allow the beast to reach the machines. With a mighty leap, the beast struck the largest machine, tearing open its metal plating and exposing the core. Sparks flew and the alien operators tried to fight back, but the creature's strength and intelligence were unmatched. The smaller machines hesitated, sensing the beast's power. Leo gave precise commands to the soldiers, who fired carefully to support the attack. The machines collapsed one by one, and the supply depot remained safe. The humans cheered, inspired by the creature's bravery and skill. The invaders regrouped, bringing in more forces. They tried to isolate the beast, sending attacks from multiple directions. Leo realized that human strategy alone would not be enough. He relied on the bond he had with the creature. When he called, it moved as if reading his mind, positioning itself to block attacks and protect the humans. The invaders were caught off guard by the coordination between human and beast. They had expected mindless aggression, but instead they faced intelligence, strategy, and loyalty combined. Hours passed and the battle intensified. The beast fought tirelessly, its massive body moving with incredible speed and precision. Humans followed its lead, learning from its actions. Leo observed patterns in its movements, noting how it anticipated danger and adapted quickly. The alien invaders had never encountered such a force. Slowly, their attacks faltered. They began to retreat, unable to match the unity of humans and beast. During a brief pause, Leo approached the creature. Its chest rose and fell steadily, and its red eyes met his. There was no fear in them, only trust and understanding. Leo placed his hand on its massive head. "We've done well," he whispered. "We protect each other, and we protect the colony." The beast let out a soft rumble, a sound that felt like agreement. It was more than a bond of survival. It was a partnership, a shared mission to protect life in this hostile world. As night fell, the invaders finally retreated. The sky cleared, revealing glowing stars in the pale light of Xylar's moons. Humans began to repair the damage, working with a renewed sense of purpose. The beast stood near the colony's center, watching over everyone silently. Children left food and small gifts for it, and it accepted them with gentle nudges. Soldiers observed and learned, inspired by the creature's loyalty and intelligence. Leo walked through the colony, feeling a deep pride. Humanity had survived not through fear or weapons alone, but through courage, trust, and the bond with a being stronger than any machine. The beast had proven that strength could come in unexpected forms, and that partnership across species could achieve remarkable things. Over the next weeks, the humans and the beast continued to work together. Leo explored the forest with it, learning new ways to navigate dangers, avoid predators, and discover resources. Mira cataloged new plants, noting which ones the beast interacted with and how it used the environment to its advantage. Ramon trained new soldiers, teaching them to observe, anticipate, and coordinate with the creature. The colony had become a model of cooperation between human and alien, thriving in a world that had once seemed hostile. One evening, Leo sat at the forest edge. The beast curled up at his chest as it often did. The air was cool and the stars shone brightly above. He reflected on the journey they had taken together. From the first terrifying encounter to the great battles, the mysterious vanishing, and the discovery of trust and intelligence in the creature. He realized that the beast had changed humanity's fate on Xylar. Without it, the colony might have been destroyed. With it, they had hope, strength, and guidance. Leo whispered softly, "We face the future together. No matter what comes, we are stronger because we are not alone." The beast let out a low rumble, resting its massive head against him. The humans watched from a distance, understanding that this bond was unique and sacred. They had learned a lesson that weapons and technology could not teach. Courage, trust, and loyalty could overcome the fiercest challenges. Days turned into weeks, and the colony thrived. The humans expanded their settlement, planting more crops and constructing stronger buildings. Soldiers continued training, but always in partnership with the beast. Mira discovered new plants that could provide food, medicine, and energy. Leo explored further into the alien forest, always with the beast by his side. They uncovered ancient structures, strange crystals, and hidden pathways that would have remained mysteries without the creature's guidance. The beast's presence transformed the colony. Fear of the unknown was replaced with curiosity and courage. Humans learned to respect the alien world rather than dominate it. The forest, once seen as dangerous and hostile, became a place of learning and discovery. And through it all, the beast remained close to Leo, a constant guardian, companion, and teacher. One day, scouts reported new alien forces approaching from the distant mountains. Leo smiled and placed his hand on the beast's massive head. "We've faced worse and survived. Together we can handle anything." The beast growled softly, a sound of readiness and agreement. Humans prepared, confident that with courage, intelligence, and loyalty, no threat could overwhelm them. The lessons learned from past battles, combined with the bond with the beast, gave them strength and hope. At night, Leo reflected on everything they had endured. The colony, the battles, the vanishing and return of the beast, the discoveries in the forest, All of it had shown one truth. Humanity's greatest strength was not in weapons or machines, but in courage, unity, and trust. The beast symbolized this truth, embodying loyalty, intelligence, and bravery beyond measure. The alien sky stretched above them, vast and filled with possibilities. Leo looked at the glowing forest, the humans moving with purpose, and the beast resting at his chest. He felt a deep pride and hope. Humanity had not only survived, but thrived. They had faced dangers greater than they had imagined and had proven that courage and trust could triumph over the fiercest odds. The beast lifted its massive head, eyes glowing softly, and nudged Leo. The gesture was gentle yet powerful, a silent reminder that they were partners, guardians of each other and the colony. Leo smiled, stroking its scales. "We will face every challenge together," he said. "You and I and the humans who trust us." The creature rumbled in response, a sound that carried strength, warmth, and understanding. And so, the colony of Xylar continued to thrive, guided by courage, partnership, and the bond between human and beast. The alien world was vast, full of dangers and wonders, but humanity had proven that no challenge was too great when trust, loyalty, and bravery stood together. The beast, curled up at the chest of the human, remained the guardian, protector, and symbol of hope. The story of their journey, facing battles, discovering trust, and overcoming fear, would be remembered by every human in the colony. They had learned that even the fiercest creature could become a friend, and even the most dangerous world could be a home if